Very good afternoon to all. Welcome you for a lecture on form. So let us have a revision. So we have discussed the numericals of different types. So least square method for forecasting. We are discussing forecasting. In that forecasting, we have seen different methods. So different techniques we have seen. And then we were discussing about the least square method. So in this least square method, an equation is required to fit. And that equation form is y is equal to a plus bx. Then how to find out this a and b? These are the two equations, and based on these two equations we have arrived at this formula for a and b. And then we have discussed that if there is odd numbers then the middle value is taken as the origin. If there is even number, then we have to take a midline and the difference start from 0.5. This we have already taken the numericals related to this. So this is first example we have already discussed, and in this you can see here this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this fifth number we have taken as the 0, the deviation as 0, and then here -1 -2 -3 -4, and then +1 +2 +3 +4. Then we have gone for summation x square and summation xy. We have substituted the values in a and b equation, and we have calculated the line. This is first part of the numerical, that to fit an equation for a line. Next part is a different year which is not in the part of that list. It is from 1989 to 1997. So for 1997 this x is 4, 1998 x will be 5, 1999 x will be 6, like this. So here for 1998 we have to calculate the sales. So x is taken as 5. The values are put in the equation, and we have got a value that y is equal to 45.56. The number is given in 1000 in the initial data only it is mentioned, therefore it is 45,000 mentioned. Then for y99 x value is 6, and then we have gone for calculation and we have received this value. This already we have solved these numericals, but after 1 week we are taking the lecture related to form. Therefore I am taking the revision. Then problem number 2, again one more problem we have discussed. Here also the middle part as the 0, and then -1 -2 1 and 2, because these are the odd numbers whatever year it is given. And similarly we have taken one numerical. Then further we have gone for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So here the origin not is exactly at the center, so 1990 and 1991. So in between I have to take as 0. So if I will take 0 here, then the 1990 will be -0.5, because the exact midpoint will be 1990.5. So here 1990.5 I am taking as the midpoint and origin, and from that that point I am assuming as 0, and from that deviation I am writing. So 1990.5, if I go to upper side 1990 1989, so the deviation will become 0.5 minus 1.5 -2.5, and on the other side it will be plus 0.5 plus 1.5 plus 2.5. So here this is only the difference. With this numerical we have concluded our last lecture, that this x is nothing but here 0.5, then -1.5 -2.5 -3.5 -4.5, and here you can see plus 0.5 further up to 4.5. Summation x is always 0. These three numericals we have observed that here the year is constant. Here the year is constant for 1 year. For 1 year, one entity, the data is given. And now we have solved this summation x square. Then we have gone for calculation of y, and we have calculated whatever the estimation is required. Now friends, we will take the next problem. Before that I want to highlight one thing before proceeding to the next problem, is that whatever the year is given 1986, the sales is 30, 1987 sales is 33. So this number is not changing. This is for one complete year, the sales is given. In many of the cases, you will observe that here some population is given and it is not constant. Here it is years are given. So year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, like this, continuous moving. If there is a population, for example, this sales is for, this is the time, or for this is the different things, based on this the sales is predicted. For example, this is the population. If the population of that particular city is 1 lakh, the sales is like this. If the population of that city is 1.5 lakhs, it is like this. Population is 1.8 lakhs, it is like this. So this year, whatever this is, it is also changing. So here you can say this is your x, and you have to proceed further for solving the numerical. But in that case, whatever the formula you are using for calculation of this x and y, they will not be useful, and you have to go for a different formula for this type of calculation. Okay, so here you can say the regression line calculated. Okay, now this is our today's topic. So you can see here least square method when the sum of the deviation. So here you have to see that the sum of deviation is not 0. Okay, so now the methodology will be same. We will go for a calculation of summation x, summation y, then summation x square, summation xy, and n also we will calculate based on the table. So same methodology we will go for, but here the change is in this equation is, what is the change here, friends? So here the change is only this equation for a and b. This is only the change. Whatever equation we have used in this particular slide, that a is equal to summation y and divided by n, and b is equal to summation xy divided by summation x square. So that will not be applied here. Here somewhat different is there, and what is that different, that we can see by using this particular formula. So this formula you can note it down. Least square method when the sum of deviation is not 0. So that whatever x deviation, when the sum is becoming 0, when it is given in years, so we have seen that how we can proceed. The summation x is equal to 0 because it is in year, and we are assuming that at the from the center point the deviation, and ultimately summation x we are getting at 0. But if it is not 0, then in this condition, how to calculate this a and b? So these are the equations. Very first I will say these are the two equations. Summation y is equal to na plus b into summation x, and summation xy is equal to a into summation x plus b into summation x square. We will solve a numerical in at that particular time. You will come to know that how these equations are to be used. So you can see here these are the two equations. If I will go for writing the values of a and b, I will get a is equal to, you can see here I am highlighting, I will get a is equal to summation y summation x square minus summation x into summation xy divided by n summation x square minus summation x square. In the table, sorry, we are calculating n, we are calculating summation x, we are calculating summation y, and then we are also calculating summation xy, summation x square. So all these things we are calculating in that table, just the formula is changed. So you have to use this formula when the summation x, that is deviation, is sum of the deviation is non-zero. Then we have to use the formula. We will take one numerical related to this also. Then the b you can calculate because the line deviation is standard constant, that y is equal to a plus bx. So here the change is only the change in value of a plus b. So b value n into summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by n summation x square minus summation x square. Again, the table what you are using, that is the same, only you have to go for this calculation of A and B by using this equation or by using this formula. And once you calculate A and B, you will say that y is equal to A plus bx, and you will proceed for writing one line. And after writing that line equation, regression equation format, then for any of the year or any of the population, whatever is given, you can proceed for the data. This is the next part, that least square method when sum of the deviation is non-zero. For this chapter, students, my friends, there is a problem, numerical treatment for this chapter. So I have already, we have solved a numerical first, very simple type. When there is, you will get directly odd numbers is there, and you will get 1 point as a midline. You can assume it as 0, and then -1, -2 for the further things as a deviation. Second type we have solved when there are even numbers for that particular column. So in that, at the midpoint, we will assume as 0, and then -0.5 plus 0.5, like this we will continue. Now this is the third type, or you can say second type, whatever that was the first type. So you can say second type in that particular case when the deviation is non-zero. So how to solve this numerical? So we have discussed that this numerical can be solved by using this formula A and B. We will calculate this A and B, and then we will proceed for putting into y is equal to A plus bx, and we can solve easily. So numerical, let it be your ISC or let it be your final examination. So definitely there will be numericals will be asked on this particular type. So you can you have to concentrate on this, as there is a numerical treatment for this chapter number 2, forecasting. So without wasting time, friends, I have given you formula. Let us directly proceed towards how to calculate or how to solve the numerical based on what things we have discussed, and what is the case where summation f of x is non-zero, and how to proceed for this type of problem. Okay, so I will very first we will read the problem. A company manufacturing washing machines establish a fact that there is a relationship between sale of washing machine and population of the city. You see here, population is given for that city: 5 million, 7 million, 15 million, 22 million, 27 million, 36 million. The market research carried out reveals the following information. Reveals that the number of washing machine demanded 28. So here it is 1000, 3 zeros are there. So I can say here 28,000. For 7 million population city, 40,000. For a city having population of 15 million, the washing machine demand is 65,000. For the city having population of 22 million, the washing machine demand is 80,000. For a city having the population of 27 million, sorry, the washing machine demand is 96,000. And for a population of 36 million city, the washing machine demand is 130,000. So very first you should be clear that here this number is changing. In previous numerical, this number we have discussed about a constant number, that 1998, 1999. These are the years. Here the number itself is changing: 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, 36. So this problem cannot be solved by the previous method, whatever we have discussed. And it is the problem where summation x is non-zero, and we have to go for the second method that we are discussing now. This is your very first conclusion of this particular problem. Okay. What is required? Fit a linear regression equation. Means y is equal to a plus bx. You have to calculate the value of a, you have to calculate the value of b, and you have to go for a straight line, or putting the equation that y is equal to some a means some value plus some value into x. This is first task. Estimate the demand for washing machines for a city with population 45 million. So what is asked next? When you will get a line based on this data, then I will put that 36, I will put the value as 45 million, and then I will go for calculation of what number of washing machines are required for that city having the population of 45 million. So by using that particular equation, that we have calculated y is equal to ax plus a plus bx, you can put the value of x, that 45, and you can easily calculate that particular y value. So I will multiply that y value by this 3000, 3 zeros, and I will predict the value of that machine. So friends, this is the methodology. So let us proceed further. Here I have mentioned all the maximum calculations I have mentioned here. So here you can see. So population is given. So here the population is 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, and 6. Here serial number that we have to go for this. So this is nothing but n. So what are the different data given? So one data, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So sixth, so your n will become 6. You are having the 6 type of, or 6 data sets, I can say. Then this is the population of that particular city, 5 million. Here in bracket you can write it is in million. So 5 million, 7 million, 15 million. This is the population of that particular city. Then number of washing machines demanded. Number of washing machine demanded. So I will say this as the x. This is your nothing but x. If I will go for summation of x, then you can go for this 5 plus 7 plus 15 plus 22 plus 27 plus 36. Your x value will become 112. Your x value will become, here you can say this is your x value 112. Your n will be 6. These are the different things that we are calculating for putting in the formula. Now number of washing machines demanded. This is nothing but your y value. This is nothing but your y, and it is given in the data for 5 million population, 28,000. So here you can mention, I am not writing here. So if you want, you can write that this value is in 1000. No problem. So when I will get the final answer, I will multiply it by 1000 and I will get the accurate or whatever desired value. Now I will go for summation of y. So I will say 28 plus 40 plus 65 plus 80 plus 96 plus 130. So I will get here the value of 439. So this is the same chart what we have used for last numerical. So serial number I have added. This is the whatever population given, it is x. I have gone for summation x, and you have calculated summation x as 112. Then the number of washing machines demanded, I have said it at y. Therefore the summation y is equal to 439. Let us proceed for x square. So this is 5, x square 25. This is 7, x square 49. This is 15 square 225, 22 square 484, 27, here you can say square 729, and 36 into 36, you will get a value of 1296. So this is your x square. Now let us go for addition of this x square value. So 25 plus 49 plus 225 plus 484 plus 729 plus 1296. So here you will get this value as summation x square is equal to 2808. This value you can get summation x square. Then next is proceed for x into y. X into y, 28 into 5. So here you can say x into y, this 28 into 5, you will get 140. Then 40 into 7, 280. 65 into 15, 975. 80 into 22, 1760. 96 into 27, 2592, and 130 into 36, 4680. So this is the x and y. So friends, this column is for x, you can say highlight, and this is for y, bigger I will say. Already it is mentioned. So this is nothing but your x and y. And now if you can multiply these two values, then you will get that particular value. And then if you go for addition of this, you will get this particular value. So in this way, you can proceed. Once again, before proceeding further, I will highlight. So in the numerical, the population of that particular city is given. So 5 for 5 million population, the number of washing machines 28,000. So here three zeros are there in the numerical. For 7 million, 40,000. For 15 million population, 65,000. 22 million, 80,000. 27 million, 96,000. And 36 million, 130,000. We are taking only one numerical for this, as it is not difficult part. Therefore, concentrate. Okay, that n I have gone for n is equal to 6. I have gone for summation x. I have written here 112. Then further I have gone for summation of y. I have mentioned here 439. Then x square. I have gone for this 5, 7, 15, the square of this, and I have written here. And finally, summation x square I have gone for, it is 2808. This is your summation x square value. And last, x into y. So this is your x value, this is your y value. This column is for x value and this column is for your y value. So 5 into 28, 7 into 40, 280. Like this I have gone for multiplication of these two values, 130 into 36. And last stage is go for addition of this. So I have gone for addition of this column, summation of xy. So 140 plus 280 plus 975 plus 1760 plus 2592 plus 4680. You will get the value summation xy is equal to 10427. So this value you will get. Just now, friends, we have calculated the values of n, summation x, summation y, summation x square, and summation xy. This only we have calculated. Now, next step we have to go for this addition, or I can say substituting the values in that particular formula. So that will be our next stage. So I will proceed for the next stage now. So here the regression equation I have to go for, and for that particular regression equation I have to find out the values. So I will go for the regression equation. Values of a and b are required to be calculated. So here you can see the values of a and b. For a, the formula is summation y summation x square minus summation x summation xy into n summation x square minus summation x square. The values also I have written, so you can refer. Summation y 439, summation x 112, summation x square 2808, and summation xy 10,427. The same value you will observe here. So here summation y 439 into summation x square 2808 minus summation x 112 into summation xy 10,427 divided by n summation x square 6 into 2808 minus summation x 112 bracket square. So you have to calculate this and you will tell me, put in the chat box what value you will get for this a. So solve this. Then I will go for b, n summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by summation x square minus n summation x square minus summation x square. So 6 into 10,427 minus summation x 112 into summation y 439 divided by 6 into n into summation x square 6 into 2808 minus summation x bracket square 112 square. So whatever values we have calculated, friends, n summation x summation y summation x square and summation xy, based on these 5 values only we are trying to solve the numerical. That's it. Okay, so calculate and let me know the values, put in the chat box. Yes, I am waiting. Calculate fast. Anybody? Okay. Deepajyoti, A 15.07. Very good. So A value I will mention here. It is 15.07. Similarly, calculate B value also. Okay, A value, right answer. So you will get this value as A value. So after this, you can easily put in the answer and you can easily go for writing the equation. So this is your okay B value. Very good, 3.11. So you can mention here the B value as 3.11. So these are the two values you will get. Okay, very nice. So we have calculated these two values and let us proceed. So A 15.07, B 3.11. So let us proceed for writing the equation y is equal to A plus bx. So y is equal to A plus bx. I will proceed for the next slide. Just 15.07 as the value of A and B value 3.11. So now I will erase that particular values. So here you can see this x and y values. I will write the equation as the regression equation as y is equal to A plus bx, A value 15.07 plus bx 3.11 into x. So this is the value we have achieved. Now the demand for washing machine when the population of city is 45 million. So if you go to somewhat previous slides, the population 5, 7, 15, 22, 27, 36. This is the population given. Now what is asked? We have to calculate the demand when the population is 45. When this x value is 45 million, we have to calculate the y value. Now we are having the equation that x is equal to 45. When the washing machine, we have to calculate the demand for washing machine when the population of that particular city is 45 million. So y is equal to 15.07 plus 3.11 into 45. You will get the answer 155.02. We have to very attentive that here see it is demand is given 3 zeros. So it is demand is given in thousands, 28,000, 40,000. So whatever answer you will get, you may lose 1 mark if you give the answer 155.02. So into 1000. So your answer should be the number of washing machine demanded when x, that is population of the city is 45 million, is 155020. What I have done, I have rounded up. So you can see here this 155.02 into 1000 because the initially it is given in that 1000 only. So in this way you can solve the numericals. Friends, we have solved the numericals of different type. We repeat simple numericals when odd number is there, that summation x is equal to 0. Second, even numerical, even type, then that summation x becomes 0, but you have to take the center. The center is not easily locating due to even number and we have to take in between one center. These type 2 to 3 problems we have discussed, and today we have solved the numerical about. You can see we have solved the numerical when the sum of the deviation is non-zero. Then how to proceed for this type, that we have discussed. Okay, let us proceed further, friends. So this is the type for a regression analysis. We are discussing this type, the first method only, that regression analysis and how to solve the numericals based on this regression analysis. This is the one of the method that we have discussed. Now let us proceed for the next method in the regression analysis only. So this method is time series analysis. So we have solved the numericals on the first method. 4 numericals we have solved based on the different types and what are the different things that may be required to take in account, and how to identify the problem is to be solved on which method. That also hints I have given, based on the whether the data is year wise. Again, if it is odd number or even number, category number 1, and if the data is like the population, or that x number is also varying and summation is x is not equal to 0, then how we can go for identifying or solving this type of numerical. That 2 things and related guidelines I have given. Now let us proceed, friend, toward the next type, that is time series analysis. So time series is another method. Let us have a discussion, and again, after understanding some of this theory part, again we will go for solving 1 or 2 numericals, which will give you more understanding about this time series analysis. So let us first understand what is the theoretical aspect as far as this time series analysis is concerned. So time series refer to the past data arranged in a chronological order as a dependent variable and time as an independent variable. Very simple first statement. It refers to the past data. So whatever data is, it is referred to the past data arranged in a chronological order as a dependent variable. The series as a dependent variable and time as independent variable. So we will take numerical at that time also, you will come to know. The time series method does not study the factors that influence the demand. Okay, so I will go for next sentence and then we will combinely. In this method, all the factors that affect the demand are grouped in one factor, that is time, and demand is expressed as a series with respect to time. So see, in this method, it will not study the factors that influence the demand. Only one factor is there, that is time, and the time factor incorporates all the factors that are affecting the demands. All the factors that is having significant effect on the demand are grouped in one factor, are categorized as in one factor. That one factor is time, and the demand is expressed as the series with respect to time, means only demand and time is there. So now what are the different factors that may have the significant impact? It is not only the case that time is only having the impact. There are many factors it is having the impact on that particular demand, but that all factors which are having the effect on that particular demand, they are grouped to only one factor. They all are grouped to only one factor, and that factor is nothing but the time. So here you will get a time demand relationship expressed in series of respect to time. So your demand is expressed with respect to time in this particular. Let us proceed further, friends. The time series analysis consists determining the trend underlying the demand and extrapolate the future trend. The time series it consists of determining the trend. What is the trend as far as the demand is concerned, and extrapolate the future trend based on the trend which is from last many years, based on the past data, what is today's scenario in chronological order, and based on this, what will be the future trend? It will be predicted. Okay, statistical methods are used to determine the trends. Okay, so this is about the time series analysis. Now there are different 4 things or 4 components that we will discuss, and at the end again we will have after these 4 different components, again in one chart we will see that how time series analysis these 4 components are having effect. So one by one we will proceed. The time series analysis consists of 4 components. Very prime significant component you can say is the trend, T. What is the trend? The long period tendency of the data to increase or decrease is referred as the secular trend. Very in simple words it is mentioned. In very simple words, the long period tendency. See friends, this word we are using in our day-to-day life many times. For your understanding, I will take the help for just 1 minute, the use of Marathi. आता ह्याचा ट्रेंड चालू आहे, आता त्याचा ट्रेंड चालू आहे. ओके, त्या गाड्यांचा ट्रेंड आलाय. ओके, सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट लॉंग पिरियड टेंडन्सी ऑफ द डाटा टू इनक्रीज ऑर डिक्रीज. हा ट्रेंड कशाचा पण असू शकतो. तुम्हाला समजण्यासाठी आपण म्हणतोय की सध्या एका गाड्यांचा ट्रेंड चालू आहे. त्यानंतर पूर्वीच्या काळात सायकल्स भरपूर वापरल्या जायच्या. नंतर साधारण एक म्हणजे फ्रॉम 1990 टू 2010 2015 यू कॅन से द कम्प्लीट ओव्हरटेक ऑफ दॅट बायसिकल. Now bicycle by the cars and you can say two-wheelers, but now you will observe that many people, the reason may be suggested by doctor, the reason may be health conscious, the reason may be exercise, whatever. 1990, 95 आणि 2000च्या काळात सायकल्स एवढ्या नव्हत्या ज्या 15,000, 18,000, 20,000च्या सायकल्स आहेत आणि त्या सर्वसाधारण जनरल पर्पज लोक सुद्धा वापरतायत. असा ट्रेंड नव्हता. आता ट्रेंड बदलत आलाय. मग मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं डॉक्टरच्या सांगण्यामुळे असू दे, तब्येतीचं कारण असू दे किंवा जागरूकता असू दे की आपण व्यायाम केला पाहिजे. म्हणजे त्या लोकांकडे गाड्या आहेत, त्या लोकांकडे 4 चाकी गाड्या आहेत, परंतु एक तुम्हाला गेल्या 2-3 वर्षातला ट्रेंड बघायला मिळेल की बरीच लोक साधारण थोडेसे रेंजर सायकल साधी न घेता त्यात स्टायलिश थोडीशी गिअर असलेली, अजून त्यात आता सायकलमध्ये पण ट्यूबलेस आलेत. तर अशा पद्धतीने हा जो ट्रेंड आहे ना, दिस यू कॅन कॉल इट ॲज अ ट्रेंड ओव्हर अ पिरियड ऑफ लास्ट 2-3 years. आय हॅव टेकन द हेल्प ऑफ मराठी फॉर युअर बेटर अंडरस्टँडिंग पर्पज. तुम्ही ह्याला ट्रेंड म्हणू शकता. ओके, नाउ लेट अस प्रोसीड फर्दर. दॅट it is a long run historical component of time series which indicates overgrowth or decline of the business over time. So if you plot that this particular trend for that use of cycles, then you will observe this is increasing in up to 2000, 2005, then it will have some decline stage, and now a particular group of cycles again it is observed to be increasing. So this you can observe as the trend. Okay, so you can take this example in case of two-wheelers, you can take this example in case of four-wheelers, the use of four-wheeler, the use of two-wheeler, the use of Android mobiles. Now as per as the traditional mobiles are concerned, non-Android or very small that mobile, the trend you can say the use is like this or it is somewhat constant or decline stage. Again that small mobiles also, if you take the example that how the twist in that particular trend is there, then that Geo mobile 1,500 rupees price may be somewhat different. That small mobiles having all the facilities of internet etc, that also was a good trend launched by Geo, that product, and again a good market is observed for that particular. So in this way we can take n number of examples where we can say that there is a trend. So in and this trend, whatever the trend we are using friends, that up till now you might have used the word here before maybe 15, 20 or n number of times. आता त्याचा ट्रेंड नाही राहिला किंवा आता हा नवीन ट्रेंड आलाय किंवा बाजारात असं चाललेलं आहे. व्हॉट इज दिस? दिस इज नथिंग बट द लॉंग पिरियड टेंडन्सी ऑफ द डाटा टू आयदर इनक्रीज ऑर डिक्रीज. इट मे नॉट बी द केस दॅट इट शुड इनक्रीज ऑलवेज. एखादा ट्रेंड डाऊन मध्ये असतो, एखादा ट्रेंड अप मध्ये असतो. So it is the long run historical component based on the data. So you can see here summation y. So this is nothing but the demand, and here this is nothing but the time, and you can see this is the line which indicate the trend for that particular component. This is the trend that for that particular component. So you can identify. Okay, so this is nothing but the trend. This trend again we will see next 3 components, and then again we will have some discussion related to trend. Okay, let us proceed further. Cyclical fluctuations, very important. Cyclical fluctuations. So these fluctuations are oscillating pattern of increase or decrease around the trend. So I have given you idea that this is one straight line, and here cyclic, some up down like this, some fluctuations. You can say this is the one line, so I can say fluctuation may be oscillating. So we know the oscillating motion, like this it will go, you can see. So this is nothing but the oscillating trend. So if you refer here, this is your one line. I will draw one more for you. So if you refer this as the one line, then assume this line as straight line, though it is not perfectly straight, and you can say that you may observe some of the changes like this. So whatever these oscillations are there, the trend line is there, but apart from the trend line there are some oscillations. So these patterns which are oscillating may be increasing, may be decreasing. Around the trend, these are nothing but the cyclic or cyclical fluctuations. These fluctuations account for some of the variance between trend line and data point. So this is the trend line and there is somewhat variation. This is the cyclic fluctuations. The magnitude and timing and pattern of cyclic fluctuations vary. It is not the case that always this may be like this. So in some of the case, you can say this is your straight line. So your cyclic fluctuations may be like this. So here you can say the timing and pattern, the pattern is completely different. So here if you say this line, so here pattern is different, here pattern is different. Okay, the magnitude, here is the highest magnitude from that particular your trend line. Okay, here is the lowest magnitude from that particular trend line. And again you see, so here the magnitude, timing and pattern here, for if you analyze this particular case, for your better understanding I have drawn. So it is very clear that the magnitude, timing and pattern of cyclic fluctuations vary so widely, and the awareness of the effect of cyclic variation should influence the forecaster. So what ultimately, who is, for example, you are the forecasting person or forecaster, so you have to take in account these cyclic fluctuations. These are the standard fluctuations in that particular analysis. These are the standard fluctuations, or you can say, no, I cannot say standard, but these are the fluctuations in the magnitude of the demand. The demand may be somewhat increase or somewhat decrease with time, and the pattern may be somewhat, but it is around the trend line only. So this is the oscillating pattern. You can call this as cyclic fluctuations. Okay. So these are the two things that we have discussed. So let us stop here, friends. I will stop recording and then I will proceed for attendance.